Something dropped off when the Armu hit it.
Hello, and welcome aboard Whale Pod to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I am your Captain Whale, and in today's episode, we're gonna be not fighting that thing, but just showing off that it's here. We are going to be continuing the main story today. However, we do have a couple bits of unique monster roundup to take care of.
This could be dicey.
Kilocorn Grandeps here is, if we look at the map, roughly here in the Fornus region. This is in the Raybell Tablelands. I am nearly capped on ether, so I'm not grabbing any ether spots on the map currently. But off camera, I did go ahead and slaughter 2 more unique monsters as I was going around doing bouts of exploration. Found a secret area, which you reach by heading through this cave here by the pond, where we found our big fish friend at the end of last episode. Go up through here, climb up these 2 ledges to the secret area with a nice little narrow ledge overlooking the Fornus region. As you can see off camera, I've been filling in the map to the best of my ability. There's one piece of information we've gathered over, well, half of over here in Colony 30, but have not yet found its other half. I have been picking up a few other pieces of information that will be discussed at the start of our next side quest episode. But first, let's get into the unique monster fighting as we travel to Dapper... let me read the name off of his grave. Dapper Sepiar's grave, and I will introduce that other than playing as Lance for this episode, we still have Noah in the sword fighter role. We will always keep a sword fighter with us, as it is our only break art as of right now. Everyone has already reached rank 10 in sword fighter, so we are simply consigning 1 party member per team comp to be sword fighter. It has been Noah for the past 2 comps, but it will likely change up soon. It is Mio's turn to be our flash fencer. Only Mio and Taion are left to reach rank 10 in it, and then we will have everyone with this absolutely gorgeous silver coat unlocked for fashion use. Eunie has swapped into being our full metal jaguar. It is her S-rank successor class that she obtained from Gray. Taion is now our heavy guard, and one of our 2 tanks for this video. Heavy guard is one of Taion's less optimal reclass options, so he will likely be taking longer than average to get up in ranks, just like Eunie was taking longer than average to rank up as a flash fencer. Lance, who we will be controlling for this episode, is set to War Medic, the class he obtained as the successor for Valdi. He is the first healer we have seen so far in the party. Senna is our second tank, as she is taking her turn at Guardian Commander. And lastly, our hero has switched from Gray to Valdi for a second healer, and to boost the rate at which the other 5 Ouroboros party members acquire the War Medic class. Speaking of Ouroboros... oh, that was ZL to display stats that I bumped there. In the interlink, we now have all 3, Noah, Eunie, and Lance, all with their arts chaining unlocked, meaning all 3 Ouroboros can now cancel arts into other arts. Noah by far has the most soul tree completion, but also has the most distance to cover, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nodes before he can unlock heat gauge control arts canceling from over here, or 4 more expensive nodes until he gets this heat control arts canceling. I also believe... yes, he has not learned Omnipresent Blade, so it's really 6, but I believe these 6 are still cheaper than these 4. Or these 5, including the node itself. Eunie is now going to be working her way toward this heat control arts canceling, which she is... she needs 215 total points for it, so she is less than 100 away from getting her first heat control arts canceling. Lance is also close to getting his first heat control art canceling, also being less than 100 points away, roughly the same number as Eunie. Noah is the furthest, but Noah also has just the most tree progress in general. Now, let's show off Dapper Seper.
Always a joy to beat up someone stronger than yourself.
He is an Urchan.
Looks like a tough customer.
Stay alert and alive.
Urchons are a unique enemy type in that they have a very high block rate, even when toppled and etc. War Medic does seem to be a more passive class than what we're used to here. Dapper Sepiar here also has, as we just saw, a forced daze. Eunie has unfortunately drawn a Murder of Turkins into this fight with her AoE. The talent art is just a large AoE heal. Now, let's whip out Lanz's Ouroboros here. I have never used the Lanz and Senna Ouroboros myself, so I'm still not sure on its animations when I should cancel them. Now we have one more unique monster to defeat again, this time on camera, before we proceed to the story. And I am defeating them in this manner, as these named gravestones once again make it so much easier to travel back to them.
Always a joy to beat up someone stronger than yourself.
Quite a rare sight.
We're gonna have our fish friend, Wraithfin Segna, out here. Not much damage coming at all out of Lands right here. Alright. Keeping everyone topped up as the healer is albeit not the most exciting role in the party, but an essential one nonetheless. And we take our fish friend down. We did get big chain attacks and big overkills on them on our first defeat. We took down our Urchan friend fast enough to not need any sort of chain attack against it. And I barely did not get the chain attack as Mio was down right at the time of his defeat. And I typically will not go into a chain attack if not all the party members are up. Now, there's one more thing I would like to draw your attention to here on the map. And that is, we can now see the edge of a Pharaonis Hulk peeking out over one of these cliffs that we have not yet climbed up. You can see it by exploring around the area where our level 95, very spiky-looking Arden friend is residing. But we will get to that after the story flag. But for now, let's head back to shore. I did use some Nopon coins in order to get Lance, Taion, and Eunie maxed in Flash Fencer, Thaumaturge, and Guardian Commander. But that was because we had reached 99 silver Nopon coins, and I did have 2 silver Nopon coins auto-sell on me off-camera. So to keep them from auto-selling, I used some ranking up classes to keep their numbers in check.
Did you find something?
No. Just brings me back a bit. It reminded me of someone.
Oh, yeah?
What is this?
A Sophronia.
I know that, but I've never seen one in such full bloom before.
It's special.
Huh? So, why give this to me?
It's a treasure of mine. I'd like to go back someday, to where this was taken. It's a dream I have. Not that I have all that much time to spare. But soon.
She was the one who taught me strategy, who taught me how to fight using the Mondo. Sorry.
Not to worry.
But why? Why did she show me that picture?
I suppose she wanted to share it with you. The memory.
Is that why she...
You know, it's not unheard of.
Huh?
These soldiers. Taion. These are your targets, sir?
Yeah. You'll handle it, right?
And it's because they're consorting with enemy soldiers. If that's so, shouldn't we question them first?
You're a hell of a stickler, aren't you? I could just go and do it the K way. Forget it. There's just no zest. This time, I'm gonna take a different angle.
Consul?
Let's do this, Izzard. Go on, spill it for me. Give me all your feeling deep inside.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
And there's the landmark we so desperately needed in this central part of this new area.
This is something decent, right?
And we got more of a look into Taion's past, so it is pretty much guaranteed that this chapter is going to deal with, well, Taion. Shut up, Valdi. You're only here so people will acquire War Medic twice as fast.
Just told me. She said that in the night, the trees wake up and start to wander.
Multi-blast! Alright, keep them coming! You're on fire, lad! Make this quick! Time to get cracking! I have it! It's all coming
We're
together!
unstoppable with you around, Senna.
You know what Manana just told me? She said that in the night, the trees wake up and start to wander.
No, not listening. Can't hear a thing.
This was a nice find.
I too will not listen to that because it's sheer, utter nonsense. Once again, these land ferrets do have items that are needed for crafting level 3 and some level 4 gems. We have already gathered all the ferrous drops we need for that, so we're going to be leaving these majestic lion-like creatures alone. I did see some treasure out over this way, and some treasure back over there. I'll get that other one off camera, but I'll go ahead and grab this one while we're here.
This was a nice find.
Assuming the Pharaonis Hulk is more appropriately leveled for this area, I will be acquiring it. That level 55 Serpron better not come near me. And we are back to being capped on gemstone. But we will soon no longer be needing gemstone in order to keep upgrading our gems.
Is this like a rare thing?
There's the sound, the source of all that commotion. Alright, who's gonna pay me in Nopon monies? The Kevis squad is.
They're minced meat. Kick 'em aside.
Leave it to me. I'll have them crying by the end.
We've got you pinned down.
Cross impact! Eat superstorm!
Once again, no challenge. We have acquired our coins.
That's how you
I'd
pull
say
off
we
a
were
win.
moving in sync, right, Taion?
Let's check our map. The Pharaonis is still a ways off this direction. There's our Saffronia tree waypoint. The other container should be somewhere along here. The story flag is this way.
Is that a cave?
But I'm pretty sure the Faranis is through here. Gust Vangs are a low enough level to not aggro us. We are going through the story like this to try and catch up with the levels in the story to where we are now.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
As I've said before, if you do not wish to overlevel, you can simply turn off overkill bonuses during chain attacks from the options menu. We will also climb up here.
Never seen this place before.
Pinisara Highland, overlooking our Faranis Hulk there in the distance. With a level 50 unique Ferris, making this its hunting ground. We can slip by it unnoticed. Let's go see what Mufasa's name is. Doomfang Kaum. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but I'm sure I got Doomfang right.
What you got for me?
A lot of auto-sold gemstones is what it has for us, lands. There are a lot of Ferris up here, so if you're struggling to get the right rarity Ferris drops for your various gems, you can come up here to hunt them. However, make sure to steer clear of Mufasa over there. Calling him Mufasa because Ferris are partially based on lions. Now for what we came here for, to scout out the Faranis Hulk. There's that container that I will go back and grab off camera. It's likely to just contain, once again, more gemstone, more Nopon coins, etc. The Tableland Hulk accepted. Eliminate the, well, secure the specified area, defeat the monsters dwelling within the Hulk.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Break!
You're dealing with me.
Time to get cracking. Time to fire. Cool down.
Saber strike. Eat it.
I have heal bullets.
Revolution A. And guard. Senna. Love to see it.
White slam. Uppercut slash.
Cross impact.
Extra. Let's go.
I
Together.
can feel it in my bones.
He is down.
Eunie, I'm asking you.
As an elite, he should give us more, if not better, drops.
Noble Mom.
Make this
You're
quick.
dealing with me.
Cheers for that.
Cross impact.
Cool. That should give us a leg up.
Back here.
Heal bullet. Uppercut
Revolution
slash.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna. We've been
I'm the
spotted.
girl with the gauze. You're dealing with me. Senna. Love to see it. Hyper. Reload. Cross impact. Sorry, that's in the
Cool
back.
down.
Revolution edge.
We're unstoppable with you around, Senna.
I'm the girl with the gauze. Noble Tom. I'm getting in the
Make this
groove.
quick. Never the paragon, Neo.
Air flash. No
Throw up our defense ring here.
We have superiority.
Woo. That was spectacular.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking
Looks
it.
like they're coming over here. Noble
Crusher.
Tom. The element of surprise.
Ever the paragon, Neo.
Fatal.
Uppercut slash.
Right. That's Revolution edge.
I can keep them up. I'm the one you want. Time to get cracking. Good work. Wait.
No flash.
Advance. Cool down. Extra.
Quick.
We do want to draw in as many of these as we can at once.
Keep me going.
That will make this go faster.
Surrender before we grind you into dust.
You want some more? Say the half of it. Did you see me in
brute
action,
force
Eunie?
is the answer.
Sure I did, Senna. You look great. Noble.
Okay, so that appears to be close to the edge of my range.
Time to get cracking.
There is an accessory that will extend the maximum range of ranged darts.
That was pretty much what I expected.
I'd say we were moving in sync, right, Taion?
2 more left.
This'll be over like that.
All set and ready to tumble. Hyper!
Make this
You're
quick.
dealing with me.
Time to get cracking. Crusher!
Revolution!
I'll keep up the attack.
Smooth as always,
I'm the
Noah.
one you want. Time to get cracking. Heal bullet.
Nice of you to come over and join us so we don't have to chase you down.
Air flash.
Falcon! You're dealing with me.
I know. Feeling good. Let's use it to the max.
Eat it!
I have this power. We can do this.
I can feel it in my bones. How's that?
You want to play?
No,
That is the last of the enemies around this Hulk.
that was spectacular.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking it.
These past couple episodes I've been hoping for some sort of Ferronis Hulk, because we are dangerously close to being capped on ether.
Hey, can I get a hand here? On it.
Let's see how much this thirsty boy wants.
And there.
The Desert Hulk wanted 20, the first Hulk wanted 10. And it looks like, well, yeah, it wants 10. Wish it was a little bit thirstier. Could have used with offloading more than just 10 cylinders. We have now rebooted 3 Ferronis Hulks. And just like that, Nopon have already moved in and made it their home. Before we open the containers, let's see what this fabricator can make for us as far as collectibles. 600G, twice as expensive as the Meadows Hulk, and half as expensive as the Desert Hulk. Nothing I think we haven't seen before in that batch there.
This was a nice find.
Getting some Nopon coins of the gold variety from these containers, as we have with the 2 previous Hulks.
Okay, surprise me.
No random Nopon with new information for us. But a trader pawn has stopped here again. Red. How well read are you, Red? Do you have a moment? We've been asked by Shil to. Well, why? Well. Not often see human on errand. Shil asked friends to collect these thing, yes? Like Shil too lazy to use own feet. Make all Nopon look bad. Blue Nopon Pebble. This is our first blue Nopon Pebble. Shil gave us a yellow one. We've encountered reds as well as other yellows. A blue stone. Thanks. Red has said peace, much obliged to humans. Red and Zaka not forget such thing when doing business. Zaka is lovely pawn. Friends should visit if have time or inclination. Will do. Thanks. Red, let's talk to you now. Red getting next to none customers, so gave Fabricator good old testing out. If not make much of what can be found in local area, but more likely to produce rare stuff. Perhaps is matter of whether friends value quantity or quality. None of that was really that rare. Trader pawn. Welcomes aplenty, friends.
Why don't we get a little of everything?
Work belt. Boost damage to machines by 70%. Don't buy that. Firearm belt. Boost damage dealt to aquatic life by 70%. Don't buy that. Friendship badge. Boosts recharge speed by 20% when non-defenders are targeted. We have found 3 of these just from opening troves and fighting monsters. They are pretty useful. The Guardian Commander class has a skill that at rank 10 will do double this effect at 40%, but this is kind of nice to have. It's one of the default unchangeable pieces of equipment on Valdi. Herald's Knee Guard, we have a few of these in a common, even a rare, and a legendary in the inventory already. Boosts evasion by 10% while moving. This is to help healers avoid getting beat up while they are moving to heal people or get people back on their feet. Cracked Crystal, boosts damage dealt by 20% per enemy defeated, up to a maximum of 250%. I imagine higher rarities will have higher values. But this is, once again, useful in long fights with lots of enemies that keep chaining in. Or long fights with lots of weak enemies where you can quickly mow them down with area of effect arts in order to rack up damage for the leader of the pack. But we're not going to buy any of that because we already have most of it. But if you do not, that is one place you can find it. We're going to give the Fabricator Gotcha one more go and get us down to a nice even 300,024 gold. I feel like we'd seen all those items before.
Is that rare? I want to see.
We have a husk over here we will off-see, but we'll get that on the way back after seeing if there's anything out on this extremity of the landscape. There's at least an ether current. We just spent 10. We will afford to take that one as it is a long way out. That appears to be all that is out on this extremity of the landmass. We got some floating stones left over from an annihilation event there.
Let's top up on ether.
Really is just topping up when you're already very full on your cylinder. There's another husk down here. We'll off-see it as we explore what is down by these Armus.
This was a nice find.
Ruby pineapple. That sounds like something that would be very delicious. Nice, juicy red pineapple. Or very traumatizing if you're a Smash Bros. Player.
You're gonna send them off, right?
No, I'm not going to explain the joke. If you know, you know. And if you look off into the distance, we can see the limitations of the Nintendo Switch system on full display.
This was a nice find.
Not complaining, I'm just disappointed in how good these games could look if Nintendo was focused on hardware power rather than interesting, albeit successful, gimmicks like the Switch. Just, you know, something to think about. Maybe go back to a separate handheld and home console next gen, maybe, Nintendo. But please, leave... Or, you know, just give up on handheld gaming. We have mobile for that now. We don't need a dedicated handheld anymore. And just focus all your resources into making a platform that can get more AAA titles on it.
I know it's grim, but it needs doing.
Good thing we found this.
That's everything to do out here on this little wingtip by the Ferronis Hulk. That Ferronis Hulk also gives us a convenient skip travel site out through this cave system over here, with a decently safe jump down to previous areas, like by our big, angry-looking Arden friend, who is certainly aggressive, even if I have never gotten near enough to him to test that theory out. Very barren land up here. Old Canna battlefield. With just some Mabluk Aspar roaming around. Mabluk Aspar can also be found in the Dana Desert, so we're getting up to that level range. We're going to explore around a little bit over here before flat out triggering that story event. That airdrop is going to be down by our fish friend. Let's check the map. Indeed it would be. I will grab that later. We're not going to backtrack all that. Or we can. It's literally right next to a skip travel point, and we have a skip travel point back to where we just were. So scratch that. We are going to be greedy little item grubbers and grab this supply drop.
Lance, put your back into it.
Leave the muscle to me.
Once again, defeating unique monsters not only gives you a bunch of rewards and experience, potential for chain attacks, which means potential for overkills, which means potential for even more experience. Their tombstones in Xenoblade Chronicles 3 are teleport waypoints. So we can skip travel right back to the old Kana battlefield like nothing ever happened. Yeah, it was night when we left. We're going to have it be night again. I need to get used to the skip travel also including a time change. There we go, that's better. This chapter's name is Saphronia's, and anyone who's played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 knows they look better at night. And we trigger the story flag anyway.
This is awful.
It doesn't look recent. Been here a while. And the battle, it must have been massive.
It's not just infantry. I see Feronis wreckage strewn all over.
There could be stuff here we can reuse. We should look.
Yeah, good idea. Let's split up and have a look around.
Stuff we can reuse, my wings. All this junk is rusted through. Huh? Oh, no, love. The connector's the wrong size. This one's Kavesi. You've been here for quite a while. What is this? Why is my name on here?
Eunie. Eunie! Did you find anything worthwhile?
Huh?
I said, did you find anything we might be able to salvage?
No, nothing at all. Not here.
Seriously? You were here all frozen, so I figured you must have struck something gold. Come on, help me shift this thing here, would you?
Yeah, all right. No way that was me. Just someone with the same name as me. A coincidence.
Hey! Over here!
It's...
golden flame clock, but wrecked. I've never seen one.
A real golden flame clock.
Ain't that strange? We're talking gold rank, the shiny pinnacle of every colony's ambition. And this is how we find it.
It's a Kavesi, isn't it?
Yeah, has to be.
For all that, I'm not seeing any Agnian corpses or weapons. What does it mean?
Sparks. How could they have ended up this way?
Oh, come on. Not sparking again.
All right. So we know that the battle at that colony happened at least 9 years ago, because this Eunie is a 9th termer, meaning, assuming that was the same Eunie whose life force got recycled, we can assume that she died at least 9 years ago, her life force somehow being recycled. The reason why there are no Agnian corpses here should be obvious. We saw both in Eunie's first flashback back in episode 5, and in the one right here, that the destruction was the work of Moebius.
We can do this.
I should have done more.
I'll get you up in a sec.
Get up, Mio. Good, Valdi.
Across the enemy! Let's hang in there. Thanks. I know you're dealing with me. Cheers, you're a gem.
Let's get over here and
Heal, bullet. I'm the one you want.
Thanks for the support.
give Mio a nice sprig of what we got going on here.
Enemy's getting tested. I'll get you up in a sec.
Get her up, Valdi.
Violent blow. Break.
Up we go. I ain't biting the dust yet. Eat
I
it.
feel the power.
Yeah, feels just like it should.
All the
Let's do
healing
it,
you need
Taion.
right here.
Oh, you're fucking spark now, mate. Have that. I think we might win this.
I have time for a double whack.
Spoonfield.
Time to win out the big gun. You ain't ready for this. We'll forge our own way. Punishment! Like this.
Got you covered.
I'm the one you
Get him up, Valdi.
Press our advantage. No, look after yourself.
Thank you. Son of a... Can't hold for much longer. Ready to feed him some pain?
Ready
Don't make
whenever.
it too easy for us.
I might have the
Let's
answer.
chain attack it.
Allow me. The party never ends.
Overkill it through the ground itself. When chosen, increase TP by 50 if the enemy is the machine type. This is the machine type. So we are actually going to see how close we can get to capped before activating Valdi. A very nice Mio. Bravo, Senna!
For the road. Like this, Jack.
Reactivating Mio and Valdi.
I figured out the path. I'm gonna enjoy this. I'll start us off.
I'll follow your lead.
Point limit us there, lands. Valdi, take us away.
This should do it.
Hot dang, amazing.
Check out my special attack.
This is the one good thing about this kid is he is ridiculous against machines in chains.
How's this for a plan? All right.
Allow me.
Eunie's gonna start us off strong here.
I'll follow your lead.
Let's just get 2 of them back. Bravo, Noah.
Observe my strategy.
Hit them where they least expect.
Taion.
I'll lead.
Noah, your first use in the actual chain.
I'll follow your lead.
That's gonna cap us. For Mio. Bravo, Taion.
Another knock on my back.
Biggest chain attack to date.
What a faff. Just one stray Levnis. Barely worth the effort.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be what did this colony in.
I see. It was revenge. Commander, you did it.
So this works on its own?
Yes, that's a standard castle-issue autonomous Sentry Levnis. It doesn't need human operators.
Hey, this symbol. It's Lambda's, right?
Huh? Taion, weren't you with...
We need to get away from here. Though it was unmanned, it's sure to have transmitted its combat data to the colony. They might even be able to work out we're the ones it was fighting.
Right. Well, don't reckon there's anything more of use here. Let's go. Noah.
Gotcha. Mio?
Eunie?
So yeah, once again, it was not a single Levnis that wiped out this colony.
Good thing we found this.
It was not even a Agnian colony that wiped out this colony. It was Moebius. Likely Moebius
I'm with you. Shall we try climbing a bit higher up
D.
the mountain?
The same Moebius we fought in Alfeto Valley after Van Damme activated his Ouroboros stone. We're not climbing up that way. Don't know how they expect us to get those collectibles. Or maybe we are climbing up this way. This is not the world of Tevat, so we cannot plunge attack to reduce or even eliminate fall damage. Hey, buddy. What are you? You are elite.
They're mince meat. Kick 'em aside.
We'll take you out.
You're dealing with me.
Time to get cracked.
Eat it. Quick.
Uppercut slap.
I'll keep the enemies on me.
Double whack.
Great work, Senna.
Trick shot. Ah! I've lost the enemy.
Heel flip.
Air slash. Got you. You're dealing with me. Cheers. You're a gem. How's that? My power flows free.
I know. Feeling good.
You want some more? what you get.
And I was the MVP. You were all thinking it. Time to do the right thing, eh?
Oh, and with the husk there of Eunie's previous life also bearing the name Eunie, I'm going to expand upon my life force recycling theory a little further and hypothesize that these names are even passed down from one life to the next. With that in mind, I will now stop referring to the trio from the opening cutscene with the two worlds merging as the ones who look like Lance, Eunie, and Noah to simply as the original Lance, original Eunie, and original Noah, as these names have likely been with them through all their incarnations. Whether they know them coming out of the pods or are given to them by some official register kept by Moebius is still unknown, though.
What you got for me?
Auto-selling more gemstones is what it has for us, as well as a cracked crystal. I believe that's the one that's for sale in its common variety at the Pharaonis Hulk Nopon, well, Trader Pawn. I like all these Noponish words like Trader Pawn and begrudgingly, albeit a little bit, Master Pawn.
This is new.
Salus Terrace. A lot of Urchan down there. Urchan are also needed for some level 3 and level 4 gem craftings. That looks like it's a one-way trip, though, so we're not going to oh, wait, no, it's not a one-way trip, though. There. Urchan have a weird little exclamation point thing where they shoot out a bunch of spikes. I don't know what it does. Similar to like how I don't know what the Garaffa do. But we are going to view this story flag and then probably call it an episode. Everybody, listen up. We've entered Colony Lambda's territory. That means that the probability of our encountering Agnes forces is very high. Before we get any closer to their patrolled zone, we should prepare ourselves by resting. No objections here. Or here. Let's go with Taion's plan. Yeah, Eunie could do with a little rest. It would shake... It would shake me the heck up if I saw that my past life was murdered by a monster that we have encountered. Not just that, but the fact that I even had a past life and was seeing my lifeless husk from a past version of me lying before me. I also do have a new theory about gold rank colonies. I have a theory that once a colony reaches gold rank, and the reason why we have never encountered so far a colony of gold rank in our travels, is that when a colony reaches gold rank, Moebius harvests the colony.
No one can fight on empty batteries.
We need to rest to continue the story. But let's see if we've found anything needed for any of the remaining gems. The fossil monkey fossil is an interesting fossil because Xenoblade Chronicles has a collectible called the Fossil Monkey, which is referred to as a fossil because of its rarity. However, we can see here that is clearly its fossil variation is clearly a common rarity collectible, whereas in Xenoblade Chronicles it was one of the most elusive collectibles in its region. Ultimate Counter 3 also just needs the Fossil Monkey fossil. It is sort of becoming the Dark Fish fossil, and I suspect it will not show up until the next region. We need Gold Arachno Queen Silk of the common rarity. We needed Gold Arachno Queen Silk for something else, but we'll just have to wait for another Arachno Queen enemy to be able to harvest it. Those are the last three ones that we need to craft a level 3 variant of. Analyze Weakness 3 requires Gromrice, which in Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was found in the Kingdom of Uriah. So as we are nearing the hollowed out, annihilation-evented husk of the Urian Titan, I suspect we might begin to find Gromrice soon. That is the only attack that still needs to craft its level 3 variation. A level 3 variation for healing is only Swelling Blessing 3, which we need the Arachno Queen egg for. We had a rare rarity that was used for one of these others. We simply need to find another Arachno Queen to fight to get its eggs. There are no star or utility category gems that we need to craft at a level 3 variant for, and a lot of the 4s still have multiple items missing, hinting that they need more story progress to unlock the regions where they can be found. We have 50 Nopon coins, so at this point in time, if I really wanted to, I could craft a level 7 gem, and 5 more gold Nopon coins I could brute force a level 8 gem. You need 99 coins, aka a full stack, to brute force a level 10 gem. We could also craft these with coins, but we're not going to waste it. If we're going to craft with coins, it's because we got a full stack of 99 and I want a rank 10 gem. But now that we've done that, we will progress the mains. Oh, nope, not yet. Got to keep ourselves squeaky clean.
Is every soldier's duty.
And then we will progress the main story.
Any opportunity to rest is welcome.
Oh, thank you. Smells good.
Obviously, it's a serious anemone. A rare flower from the Orion Mountains, crushed and extracted.
Wow, look at you. Sounds like a hobby.
And a practical one at that.
Yeah.
Like I said, practical. Glad it worked.
Oh. You noticed.
I did. Mine do that too.
Huh?
I put down my weapon, look around at my companions, and feel relief. Thinking, finally, another day down. Then I think of tomorrow and the tremors are back. Will I see the same faces when I wake? Will I even be around to see them? Huh.
Easier with the mark, I suppose. You know when it's coming. But when you're in a scrap...
Can you really speak for them, though? For someone nearing the end?
Huh?
Because I couldn't tell you. All we can possibly do is wonder what it's like. What can one feel? Contentment, perhaps? Or sheer horror?
I'd really hope it's not fear.
Me too. That's just it.
Shouldn't we just hoof it and blitz through as quick as we can?
Nah. I reckon we ought to avoid spots where those Moebius sickos could get the jump on us.
Unless I'm mistaken, this region is under the control of Lambda. That is the colony I originally belonged to.
You don't say.
Then, the Levinus yesterday.
Yeah. It was Colony Lambda's, definitely.
Isn't that bad for us? All right. So you know this area?
I took part in seizing this area.
All right then. Any suggestions?
Oh,
Come on.
let's see. There should be some nearby tunnels we could use.
Sounds good to me. We might still get enemies. But underground, at least we won't have to worry about lunking Phoroneses and that.
Tunnels. Thrill of explore. Riku already on treasure scent.
Seems like that's the way to go then.
One moment. These tunnels have been disused for a long time. There's a very real risk of a cave-in. If it comes down to it, escape options may also be in short supply.
Nah. You're the one who came out with it. Unless you got any other plans? You better not want us to just camp out here forever.
No, obviously.
All right, let's back it up. Any route we can take will have some attendant risk or other. At this point, I'll settle for any choice that makes our lives easier. Enough with the doom-mongering. Just keep it positive. Things will work out somehow.
Mimi, what's up with you? Sounds like little Miss Senior's decided to pull rank, eh? Roger that, Mom.
Oh, shut up already.
Right, let's go. We'll check out those tunnels.
Hey, wait for me.
Eunie, are you alright there? We can take a longer break if you want to. No, you're good? Okay, we'll keep pushing. But that is where we are going to end this episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I have been your Captain Whale. Thank you all for watching Whale Pod. If you liked the video, please leave a like and consider subbing to the channel. It costs you nothing and helps me out a lot. If you do sub to the channel, make sure to ring that notification bell in order to stay up to date with all my latest uploads. Comments, as usual, are welcome down below. Please do consider answering my question of the day, or if you have any tips for recording or No tips for gameplay, but if you have tips to improve these recordings, I am all ears. I am still very new to this whole YouTube content creation game here.
Gotta keep nice and limber.
And until next time, Whale Pod, I hope you all are having fantastic days. Goodbye.